kitchen today because we're gonna make a smoothie, and I feel like I'm on a cooking show right now, but we're just gonna keep going with it because I don't know, I really wanted to not make like just a boring talking video. So I have been recently getting into smoothies, and they're really easy to make, but I specifically like green smoothies just for like the look, because that's really what's popping up on my Pinterest feed a lot. I am going to be researching what each ingredient does in the smoothie because I hate like adding a bunch of stuff to my smoothie and then feeling like it's not doing anything. So I just like want to let you guys know what the benefits are, because it makes it so much better, like adding things to your smoothie, knowing what they do, and then mixing and matching stuff. So the first thing I'm going to do is add frozen bananas. Bananas give you potassium, vitamin B6, vitamin C, magnesium. Yeah, the crucial step though is to freeze them. I don't know if that's just basic common knowledge that all people are supposed to know, but ever since I was young, I put them in the freezer. The mistake I made though is that I put them in the freezer with the peel on. Never do that, because I had to sit and peel these bananas with a knife and probably almost cut my finger off. Just so much harder to peel when they're frozen, and I don't know why I completely missed the ball there and just put them in the freezer with the peel on. But yeah, take the peel off, maybe cut them into little chunks for a little bit of an easier time for your blender. Now we are going to add some ice. This is a step that I overlooked when I made my smoothies for a long time, and the ice to me just makes it colder and more fresher tasting. All right, not too much ice. We don't want more ice than frozen banana because that would throw off the whole ratio. And here's our little green component. We are going to do some frozen spinach, and I know people add fresh spinach. I personally only have frozen spinach specifically from Trader Joe's, and I actually think frozen spinach makes the smoothie thicker and like have a better consistency. I don't know, that's just what I saw on TikTok. The frozen spinach is going to give you fiber, boost your vitamin C levels, and keep you feeling energized. You also get lutein and zeaxanthin, which are antioxidants that protect the eyes from damaging UV light and promote overall eye health. Okay, I'm just seeing that spinach has a high amount of antioxidants. So that's the word that I'm going to use for the benefits here. We're going to break this up a little bit. That looks like a good amount. I am not a big fan of like when you drink your smoothie and you can taste the spinach. I just want the color there. So this is how much I'm going to add, and I don't even know if this is going to give me the antioxidants, but you know, I'm trying. So I've been debating whether to add an avocado in my green smoothie. This has never been done before for me, but I'm really quickly gonna look up benefits of avocado. So the avocado is a great source of healthy fats to balance out your smoothie. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to add half an avocado, or maybe less than that, just to get in my freaking healthy fats. This is the knife that I use to cut my frozen bananas with. It's so sharp. It's like literally a samurai knife. I'm gonna use this and put it in a smoothie. This might come out looking like pesto sauce, but I've made enough smoothies in my time that I'm confident I can do this. Now we are going to add some flaxseed, more specifically ground flaxseed. This is supposed to help with hormone balance. This is like really scientific. Lignans bind to estrogen, ensuring that those estrogen get flushed. This interrupts. What I have been seeing is that ground flaxseed helps aid in hormonal balance. So I'm just gonna keep it at that. I'm not a scientist, but I believe this is a good thing. It's also just not just for hormonal benefits, but it's supposed to give you omega-3 essential fatty acids, lignans, so they're a lignin, which have both plant estrogen and antioxidant qualities, and then fiber. I'm going to add about 1 tablespoon. I don't know if I'm gonna, like, around that much. Now we're going to add the almond milk. And for a while I didn't have almond milk and I was using water and the oats to like make oat milk. I don't know if that's how you do it, but that was a real struggle, and we're gonna look up benefits. The almond milk is a great source of vitamin E, which is important for your immune system and blood vessels. So we're going to add this to our smoothie. We're gonna start with that, and then we can add some more later. And then for some taste and flavor, I'm going to add some vanilla extract. Yeah, this is a little hack that I learned, is that this will give your smoothie a vanilla taste. I blended that up. I added a little bit more almond milk because it was just too thick and not blending. And I forgot that I add some honey for sweetness because right now it's not really tasting like much. So I'm gonna add a little bit of honey, and then I'm gonna add half a date. Also for added sweetness, I love dates. I think they're so underrated and they're really delicious. So we're gonna add half a date. Hopefully this blends in pretty well, but yeah, right now it just tastes like not much. I'm gonna blend this together and tell you guys how it comes out. I'm gonna drink this and talk to you guys about this week. So if you guys are looking forward to Oppenheimer, which is Christopher Nolan's newest movie, and it's out in theaters in a week or so, you might know that Josh Peck is in Oppenheimer. And if you're like me and you like hearing like inside scoops about movies or just like any information like that, you might want to check out his Good Guys podcast. I was intrigued to see if he was going to touch on it on the podcast, and he did in the most recent episode. And he talks about kind of the process of getting like callbacks and like going through auditions and seeing the premiere of the full movie. So I thought that was interesting. I always like when like actors or whoever talk about the projects that they're in, because I'm not an actor, so that stuff really interests me because I have no idea what that's like. I'm gonna add some cinnamon on top of this. Sorry, does this look messy right now? Hold on. We added some cinnamon on top. Cinnamon's pretty good on top of this. I'm not gonna sit here and be like, this smoothie's so delicious. I mean, smoothies are supposed to taste good, but they're also supposed to give you the nutrients that you put in the smoothie. I do love a good tropical smoothie cafe smoothie though. I like the triple berry vanilla one. My dad has like beef with Tropical Smoothie Cafe because he racked up like 100 or 200 points, and then the day that he went to go get a free smoothie, they like changed the point system, so now you have to have like 600 points to get a free smoothie, and he was real pissed off about that. I guess I'm gonna share some of the things that I really like to make in the kitchen, because guys, I've become somewhat of a chef recently. I really like the Trader Joe's salmon burgers, and I'm gonna give a shout out to my roommate Julia, who kind of put me on those. But what you do is you make the salmon burger, you break it up into little pieces, you put it in a salad, you add goat cheese, walnuts, cucumbers if you want to, like chopped up into little pieces, and that might be it. And then you add a drizzle of honey specifically onto the goat cheese. So then you get that goat cheese and honey combo. And then you could add Caesar dressing or some sort of creamy vinaigrette. I highly recommend. It's like a salmon, goat cheese, walnut salad. Like, that's the best way I could describe it. I kind of just made it up one day. Not gonna lie, I'm gonna give myself credit for that. really delicious salad, and I love like the juxtaposition of the warm salmon with the cold salad. It's just something that I really enjoy eating. For some snacks that I like, let's just dive into that. The Trader Joe's date, oh my god, what do they call it? They're like a date chocolate bar. And to me, they taste like a brownie, but it is like dates and chocolate, and if you don't like dates, I wouldn't recommend. They're the best like sweet snack bar. Something else, if you're at Trader Joe's, this is just Trader Joe's specific, because that's where I shop when I'm at school and when I'm at home, so pretty familiar. The brown sugar creamer, that's a pretty common one, but it's really good. I put that in my coffee a lot. An underrated Trader Joe's thing is the cauliflower rice. I recently tried the Mexican style. It's delicious. You could have it with a burger on top. I add broccoli or I guess I add cauliflower, like whole cauliflowers to the cauliflower rice, but that's just, I guess that doesn't really make sense. You could add frozen vegetables, or trying to think what else. You could have it as like a little stir fry and make a stir fry out of it. I don't know, you could get creative. That's about all I have for Trader Joe's ingredients that are my fave. I kind of fell off the wagon of going to sleep early this week. I don't know why. I think that when you're getting in, like trying to get into a healthy habit, you're always gonna like fall out of it and kind of have to get back into it. But my friends called me maybe Sunday night, and I love when I get a good FaceTime call, and like especially if you haven't talked to the person in a while, and just like getting it all out, just talking to them on the phone, updating them. It's just one of my favorite things to do. But then I stay up, and so my sister is using the kitchen and the battery died, so I had to charge it. But I'm going to continue the story of my friends calling me this weekend. It was really great to talk to them, except then I always end up talking on the phone late at night, and then the next day I'm kind of tired. But spending so much time alone this summer because my friends are traveling and like out of town has made me realize that talking to your friends on the phone is so important, because it's the next closest thing that you can get to like hanging out with them if you aren't able to. And I encourage you, if you are spending a lot of time alone this summer, to reach out to your friends, even if you have to text them twice or call them 2 times in a row. It really is worthwhile, and there's a lot of value in talking to your friends. I know that sometimes it's easier to just say you're gonna text them the next day or call them later, but it's important that you talk to them because it kind of gives you a break from everything, and you can just hear about how they're doing, and chances are they're also maybe a little lonely, or they need a break as well and they need someone to talk to. So yeah, that's just a little reminder. If you're like me and you're trying to get into a steady routine, and maybe like you're a couple weeks in and it's started to get boring and you're starting to kind of feel maybe burnt out, or like there's no variation or there's not a lot of excitement in the routine, I completely understand that, because that's how I feel right now. All these healthy habits, when you're doing them almost every day, it does get kind of monotonous and like a little boring, but I think you just have to remind yourself of why you're trying to form these healthy habits and the benefits in the long run. And it's always okay to give yourself a break, you know, like if there's a day that you just need to lay in bed and watch TV in bed and eat out maybe, or like order food in, that's completely fine, you know. I think giving yourself a break is important, but also mixing it up and incorporating like new things into your routine is also a good idea. That way it's not feeling like you're trapped in just like the consistent same routine that you're always doing. So I am also going to try to do that I don't know how, but I'll figure out something. These videos, though, actually are a really great way to get my creative juices flowing once a week. I'm really happy that I made it to vlog number 3, and I'm excited to make more, so I think that's a good place to end it. Let me know how your summer is going, and I hope all of you guys have had a great week, and I will see you in the next one.